Hey guys, Chris Haskins here with the realestateroundup.com, and this is going to be your training for the day. Today I want to cover 3 ways to get paid on no equity deals. And if you want to learn more information on real estate investing, just subscribe to my channel below. I want to also give a shout out to DeLawrence Johnson, who's the master videographer of the Tidewater area. Thanks, D. If you're in the real estate business, if you're just getting in or you've been in forever, feels like kind of like me, you're going to notice or you're going to learn that the majority of your leads, the majority of calls that come in, the majority of people you talk to or your company talks to pre-screens them. For me, they pre-screen them before I even see the leads, are going to be leads with no equity. No equity deals. No, I don't want you to walk away from these deals. I don't know where you are in the country, but I'm right here in the Virginia Beach area. And our market is still saturated with houses that have no equity, and probably where you are too. I've got coaching clients around the country, and I'm seeing a lot of this stuff in Indiana as well as in the Georgia area, but our market hasn't corrected itself yet. So around here, a lot of the leads we get no equity, or we call it negative equity. That means that they owe more than what they could ever sell the house for. They might owe $200,000 and it might only be even worth $150 or $160. So the majority of leads, I don't want you to think they're dead leads, because they're not. You can actually convert them, is because one of the things that I learned from Larry Goins is great deals are made. They don't make themselves. You got to make them, put them together. And DeLawrence was talking about that earlier. Putting good deals together, you got to make it work. So the first one that I want to talk to you about is foreclosures. It's going to be the most challenging, and actually it's going to be the one that you need the most experience with. If you haven't done a foreclosure, I don't recommend this to be your first no equity type of deal, because you can make some mistakes and you can really hurt yourself in foreclosures, but I'm still going to cover it. Foreclosure, I have seen $100,000, $200,000 worth of equity get created in a matter of seconds when the foreclosing attorney comes out to the courthouse steps. He has 123 Main Street. Say the owner owes $350,000 and the opening bid might be $120,000. So foreclosures is how you actually create instant equity on houses that have no equity. All right, now if you're looking at a property that's going to foreclosure, there are several things you need to do before you actually bid on that house, and you need to know the date of the foreclosure sale. How do you find that out? They have to be placed in some type of publication in your municipality or your city, wherever you live. So you might have a legal newspaper, or you might just have like a daily press or some type of newspaper that comes out every day, and they're going to be in your public announcements or your legal section of the newspaper, so you can see the date of the foreclosure and the time. And you have to do a title search. It is imperative to do a title search on all foreclosures, but you don't have to do a full title search. What we call it is a one owner back. So let's say Miss Smith bought this house, 123 Main Street, in 2004. Typically the lender or the mortgage company or the bank that loaned them that money did a title search from Miss Smith back. So you just need to see how everything's coming regarding the title where Miss Smith took over and beyond. So you need to make sure whatever came after her, it gets wiped out in our area. And as long as you're bidding on a first deed of trust, that's what's going to come up on your title search. So you do the title search here in your foreclosure, make sure you're bidding on a first deed of trust. Now if you're bidding on a second deed of trust, guys, I recommend you to at least know what the first is. Now if you bid, how this thing works is, first deed of trust, let's say she owed $200,000 and she has a second one for $50,000. If the second forecloses at the $50,000, that means you still owe the $200,000 and you're responsible for that. And I've witnessed people buy foreclosures on a second deed of trust, and then they find out that they bought a second, and then they've literally lost their shirt because they have to come up with another $200,000 to own that property. And you don't want to be there, guys. So do your title search, know which lien you're bidding on. Typically only bid on firsts is what I recommend. And we do a one owner back title search. You don't have to do the full title search. And the one last drawback to foreclosures is you gotta have cash. When you go down to the courthouse steps, you're gonna have to have 5, 10, 20,000, whatever 10% typically of your winning bid is. So if you're buying a house at $100,000, you need to have roughly $10,000 and you're going to have to come up with the remaining balance wherever you live in the country, anywhere from 7 to 14 days. So foreclosures, I recommend that to experienced investors, but no equity deals. That's how they're created. You don't have to have any equity to bid on a foreclosure because they're creating equity right on the spot at the courthouse steps. I've seen it, guys. All right, number 2. One of my favorite, all of these are my favorite actually. These are just the smoking deals, guys. And the good thing about it is it's low stress. You know, either people are going to be on board or not. Subject to deals. Take over the payments. How does that work? Typically when we're dealing with a seller that has no equity, we want to try to convert that into a lead, right? So let's say Ms. Smith owes, let's just make it round for $100,000 and her payment is $600. So the key to a subject to is the condition of the property, the terms of the loan, so that's going to be the interest rate, monthly payment, whether taxes and insurance are included. You have to verify all that stuff before you even start. So the first thing we do with homeowners that we want to do a subject to or take over the payments deal is we don't even start putting the deal or structuring the deal until we get the most recent mortgage correspondence or the most recent mortgage statement. And I always like to tell them, hey, would you mind Miss Smith, would you mind taking a picture with your cell phone of your most recent mortgage statement so I can see it before I even go out to the house? Because you know before you get there that the house has no equity. Because they're telling you what over the phone, right? Make sure you verify what do they owe over the phone. You don't even want to go out there thinking you're getting a big chunk of meat equity on the bone. Then you get there and you're like, oh, you know, there's no equity here. So the main, you have to know this stuff before you even leave your door because you don't want to waste gas or time. More importantly, gas is replenishable. So we have to know the condition of the property. The condition of the property is going to let you know how you can get out of it, whether you're going to have to do an ugly house or a pretty house. So hopefully the condition on a subject to deal is going to be in good condition, but you verify that when you get to the property. The subject to, what are we doing? We're taking over the property, we're buying the property subject to the existing loan terms. Now we have some magic words that we use to do that. I can't get into that right here because it's kind of deep, but if you want to know more about that, just subscribe below and I'll send you a copy of one of my audios that walks you through a subject to deal right inside of somebody's home. But we want to get in there, take over those payments, and we can either own our houses. You can buy it and own it, because remember, buying a house, guys, is nothing but black ink on white paper. Buying the house really has nothing to do with mortgages or realtors or getting a loan or any of that stuff. Buying a house is nothing but the seller deeding the house over to you. That's all it is. Now all the stuff that's been attached to it, like loans, realtors, mortgage brokers, and all that crap, is something that we've created or the industry has created to make money. But actually buying a house is nothing but the seller deeding the house over to you. And it can be done right at a kitchen table, guys. All the stuff that comes after it, like recording it at the title company and the attorney, that stuff will come after if you need it to. But buying a house is nothing but the deeding it into your name. Remember that. That's first. So we take over the payments subject to the homeowner deeds us the property. We call it getting the deed, or our LAP program, our loan assignment program, or you can call it the deed program or the MAPS program, whatever you want to call it. We go out there, we offer them the subject to program. They deed you the property, you take over the payments. Sometimes you may have to give them some money. Sometimes if there's no equity, you may not have to give them any money. But the key here is you don't have to come up with any money out of your pocket to go get a loan. So you have the house without having to go qualify for a loan, because they've already qualified for that loan on a subject to. All right, so subject to is actually subject to might be my favorite way to buy, because literally you have no risk. The loan stays in their name and all you do is keep making the loan payments. Isn't that cool? That's the world that I want you to be into, guys, where you don't go out there and personally sign for debt. Personally signing for debt is what gets you in trouble. I've been there. All right, what do we need to know on this loan? We need to know how much time is left. And the magic to a subject to is you can get a loan that's already been paid off for 10, 20, maybe 25 years. You never know when you're getting into these stuff. I mean, the last one I did, the loan was already 10 years old. So you're getting the power of the loan pay down over those years. So when you get into that 10th year, you've already built, the seller has already built up some momentum on paying that loan down. So you're getting in you're getting in way down the line as opposed to getting at the beginning of a 30-year mortgage, right? Say for instance, on a 30-year mortgage, the first year, the majority of your payment goes to interest. Second year, third year, fourth year, fifth year, you really don't get into paying any principal down till you get into maybe your 15th through your 17th year. So you're getting the advantage of that interest pay down, the principal pay down for the first however many years that loan has existed before you took over. So it's so powerful, and that's the magic for a subject too. And we would like to know, you need to know whether that loan has taxes and insurance included as well. Okay, the last one I like to show you is getting a little bit more common in my area, short sales, and they've been around forever. They used to be called getting a discount on the loan. So short sales is nothing but where the lender agrees to take a discount on the amount of money that they will accept for that loan to be paid off. Say if the homeowner owes $150, I have seen loans, matter of fact, I'm going to show you a loan where they gave me a $100,000 discount on a short sale. So if you take a look, matter of fact, you can see the screen down here. We'll show you exactly where the homeowner owed, I think it was around 160, and we offered them 50 and they accepted that offer. So short sales, first step to short sale is you have to believe that the bank will take your offer. I've run into a whole lot of realtors that simply will not believe, or they do not believe that a lender will take a large discount on a home. I do not know why. Don't fall in those footsteps. If you believe that, then you're going to believe that. If you believe that mindset, then you're going to have that lifestyle too. So make the offer. If the homeowner owes $150, make the offer that works for you, not the offer that you think the lender will accept, because you don't know what they're going to accept. And if you're a realtor out there listening to this, matter of fact, I'll show you another one. I got two here. $100,000 discounts, guys, where both sellers owe 160, I believe, and we have a short sale acceptance letter for 50 to 55,000. Where they're taking a huge discount on these homes, and it can happen for you too. So the short sale, we're going to go in. The seller has no equity or negative equity, and we're going to talk to them to see if they're at least willing to get out of the deal. And this only works when your sellers, they just want to get out. They don't want a foreclosure on their record, but they want to clean up their life so they can just move on with it. That's what we offer. Ms. Smith, we offer you to be able to close this chapter in your life and move on to bigger and better things. Let's get you out of this thing. So the short sale, it won't be as bad as a foreclosure, but it will be a ding on their credit. It will show that a loan wasn't paid off at the full value. We go in, we approach these sellers, we offer them debt relief. So we can come in, we're going to write it up between us and the seller, and then we have a short sale department that will actually negotiate the whole thing. If you're not in the Tidewater area, just Google a short sale negotiator in your area. And if you're in the Virginia Beach area, we can help you out with that. But you don't want to negotiate the short sale yourself. You want to get somebody else to go in and do that, because it is very time consuming. The seller has to be on board. Usually they're gonna have to turn in tax returns, bank statements, fill out a financial statement. They want to see the whole 9 yards. The lender will want to have that in their file before they agree to do the short sale. So how do we get paid on this deal? We're once again creating equity out of thin air. If the person owes 150, let's say it's only worth 70, we're going to offer below what it's actually worth, right? Because we need to buy below value, because we want to make money on the buy. Investors make money on the buy and make money over long term, and they make money when they sell. Now, if you think you are an investor, ask yourself the key litmus test. I was told this by one of my old mentors that passed away many years ago, Mike Cheatwood. He used to be the president of our local RIA. If you are an investor, you're making money today. If you don't make money today, that means you are investing. So just ask yourself, are you making money today? Then you are an investor. If you're making money later, or if you're making money over time, or if you will make money over time when you sell an asset, that means you are still investing. So short sales, we want to make money right now. So if we get that discount, we're creating that discount on a no equity deal by using the power of the short sale. Now, you can find a broker in your area that's going to go and do all that paperwork, because let them talk to the sellers and let them negotiate back and forth with the bank, while you just go out there and locate deals and locate money. You're out there looking for money, trying to fund these things. All right, so that's 3 ways how, these are actually my favorite ways to get paid on no equity deals. There's some other ways, but I don't want to get into them today on this training. But focus on your foreclosures, the subject twos, taking over those payments. We want to buy the house, take over the payments. The loan never goes in our name. All we do is keep making the payments to the bank. Everybody's happy. Now it is there are several steps into doing that. I don't want you to go out there and don't go out there and just try to do subject twos without having your ducks in a row. We can help you with that if you need to. And short sales. Find a local broker or a real estate agent that knows how to do short sales. If you can probably just Google some for sale or go to Zillow and see some short sales in your area and see what agent is representing sellers with short sales and ask them if they would help you to negotiate those deals. All right, it's Chris Haskins. Please subscribe to my channel below and I'll see you on the next training.